Welcome back to in this series of MATLAB. I am Pankaj Patil. When we work on big project, we need to write many lines of code. On that time, we can divide our code in small statements. That small statements are functions. So on that time, that function plays key role here. That reduced our size of code, and because of that, we doesn't need to write our code again and again. So in this video, we are going to work on function. So let's get started. Functions are defined in special YAML file. You can call function by its name. It takes input from input argument and returns output from output argument. So let's work on syntax of function. For that we need to say here new function. So like that we have syntax of function, and it starts with function name, means function keyword, and ends with again function keyword. Here in a bracket you can give output argument. If your output argument is only one, then you doesn't need to give bracket. Like that you can give multiple output argument that gives output. And here is name of function. When you are saving name of file from here, on that time you need to save this name as function name. So here we are having untitled, because of that file name is also untitled, and this stars means you didn't save after changing this file. So let's save it. Okay, so this start is gone, means our file is saved. So this is name of function, and here in parenthesis you can give input argument. You can give input argument as per your requirement, one or more than one. And here you can give comment about function, means you can explain your function about which thing you are making function. And here you can write your statement like this, it means this is a main code. So here you can write your main code, and with using end keyword function is ended. So let's write function for finding x square. So let's say our output argument is y. We want only one output, because of that we doesn't need bracket. And let's say our function name is f. So now this gives in red underline, because we didn't save our file using function name. So let's save it. Let's say our function name is f dot yum. So it's saved. So let's say our input is x, and let's write comment about our function. This function is used for finding x square. So now let's write our statement. We are finding for output as y, means y equal to, and we are finding x square, means x caret 2, and now let's use semicolon, and function is ended with end. Now this is giving star here, so let's save it and let's run like in command window. F of 2, so this gives 4. So I want to find square of 5, so let's say f of 5, so this gives 25. Like that we are having function. Now let's write function for finding area of circle. So let's take new file and start with function. We want output as capital A equal to, let's give name for function like circle. while saving name you need to follow some guidelines like doesn't use any predefined functions name or doesn't start with any number or some magical characters. So let's save this file with name circle. So this file is saved. Now I want to give output as radius, so let's say r. Here enter. Let's write statement capital A equal to r into pi, and let's give semicolon. Let's add comment finding area of circle. Here this is giving star, so let's save this. Now I want to find area of circle with radius of 20. So this gives 1.25 into to the power 3, means 10 to the power 3. Like that you are able to find area of circle. So if you are remember in some of last video, which is scripting em file and expression, we work on example of can area. So now let's write function for that example. So new file and start with function. We want output as volume of can, so give capital V, and we want to save name as can underscore area. In parentheses let's give input. I want to give radius and height, so r and h. So let's save name of function can underscore area. And on new line, so area of can equal to pi into r square semicolon, and volume of can is v equal to area into height semicolon. Let's add comments finding volume of can. This is area of can and this is volume of can. So now here this is giving star symbol, so let's save it and let's run function can underscore area. Suppose we have a radius of 20 and height of 20 also. So this gives volume of 2.51 into e to the power 4, means 10 to the power 4. Now suppose you want two output, like you want here area and volume also. So you need to use round bracket like this and say volume comma capital A and again close round bracket. So when you want like this to output, use this format. Now let's save this function. Now we worked on how to use multiple input and multiple outputs in function, how to save our function, how to write our own function. So now let's work on variables in function. So we are having some types of variables that are used in function. Local variable that works in given local scope, and local variable references in the function or block which it is declared. Means local variable only works in the block or function in which it is declared. As here let's take example of can area and say equal to 50 and let's save it, and from commando let's try to find 50 means area A. So let's press enter. This gives unrecognizing function or variable. So this function is local function because it works in So this variable is local variable because this works in only function or the block of function in which it is declared. So second type is global variable, a variable with global scope. It is visible throughout the program, and you can use global function for defining variable as global variable. Now let's work on defining. So for defining global variable, here we are having R, we doesn't need it. Let's remove. So for defining global variable, you need to use keyword as global, and after that name of variable, which is A, capital A. Let's save this file, and now let's say can underscore area as 2. So after entering capital A, this gives output like this. Now let's work on persistent variable. It is a type of local variable. It preserves in data between call to call a function. You can use persistent function for defining persistent variable. Now let's say here help persistent. So now let's open documentation for persistent. So here they given description like this. Persistent variable are local to the function which they are declared, yet their values are retained in memory call to call a function. So here they give an example of function which is saved as my function name. You can use persistent, making variable as persistent variable. Here they used if loop. Doesn't worry about if loop. We are going to work on if loop in our next videos. So here they use is empty function, is empty n. If n equal to n is empty, so it takes as n equal to 0 and then end, and then it adds n plus 1. So after completing this, again it takes n as previous n and then it adds again 1 in n. So I copied this code from documentation and made here like this. Now let's call for my function, enter. So now this gives 1. Now again call for my function. Now this gives 2. Now let's again call for my function. Now this gives 3. So you are thinking that it is going increasing. Is there any way to stop this? Yes we have. For that you can use clear my function. After using this, our persistent memory is deleted. Now you can use my capital F. So after doing clear all, starts again from starting like this. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then click on like button. If you don't like this video, then click on dislike button. Subscribe to channel. Thank you and see you in next video.